Welcome to the Dog Chug, Roger and Ross. How's it going tonight?
Pretty good. I got so right before my softball game, I go to hug my son, and he's holding a broomstick, and my face just whacks it. So I got this nice black eye forming.
Wow.
Seems like it's hidden pretty well if I turn my head a little bit. So,
is your son Perry on Winfrey by any chance?
All right now. Hey yo.
Roger, how are you doing? I'm glad to be back in the States. Great vacation, but glad to be home.
Yeah, guys, it's nice to have you back. Two things. I made a hat for the throwback. You see my hard hat, so I'm ready for the job site with that. And the other thing is, I got to tell you, I'm frustrated tonight. I went to go get a pizza before the show for the kid that came home from swimming. I go get a pizza and pull in the lot, and this lady cuts through the lot through like a side entrance and like almost rams into me, right? So get out. She pulls around. She pulls right next to my door. I can't even get out of my car, right? Through all this, I get out. I open it. She gets out of her car. She's on the phone. I open the door, and I hold the door for her, and I look at her, and she goes in. She gets her stuff. I'm behind her, and I'm standing by the door. She's still on the phone the whole time. And she's trying to carry 3 pizzas in another box and talk on her phone. And she looked at the door, and I think she expected me to open the door and hold the door for her. Is what I think was going on right there.
You're not a gentleman, though?
You know what? I did. I opened the door, but you know what my eyes said the entire time she was walking out, right?
All right. Well, I'm glad to be back.
She had me a little ticked off.
All right. Well, I heard a rumor that she was honking her horn at you, but you just couldn't hear her laying on the horn. Is there any truth to that?
Andy, I was advised not to comment on it either way.
Great. Well, anyway, I'm glad to be back. I missed the Dog Chug last week. I was on for a little bit. Had some technical issues, but back. We're going to have a great show. You're not here to see us, though, tonight, because we have the one, the only, the lovely Yvette back to the Dog Chug.
I wasn't ready. What's up, everyone?
I like just throwing people on without really giving a lot of warning to catch you.
That's okay. I was just sipping on my drink, Nothing crazy.
We're so happy to have you back on the Dog Chug. It's been a little while. We all did the game show. That was 2 months ago?
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Wow. That was that long ago.
I don't know. It might have been last
Sounds
week.
About right. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll ask you some questions about what's going on. But first, we got to get to the Dog Chug update. We got to tell you guys all what's going on in Cleveland sports. So this is the Dog Chug update. Wow. See,
thanks for the sound effects. We need that.
Yeah. I'll charge you guys at the end of the show for all the graphics and sound effects.
All right. The Cleveland Cavaliers have once again delivered Cleveland a title, winning the Summer League championship by defeating the Houston Rockets 99-78. And not since the Cleveland Browns went undefeated in 2017 has there been an accomplishment that I don't give a crap about. Nice. Shout out to the other Mobley brother.
Yeah, he was good. The Browns yesterday unveiled their new white helmets, honoring the team's first 6 seasons from 1946 to 1952. And the Dog Chug has you covered with our exclusive review. If you thought they were solid, you're fine. But if you spouted off on Twitter 17 times like you just lost your virginity with excitement over them, in the words of the somewhat annoying Ed in Columbus, you're a cuck.
I feel attacked.
I'm sure we'll address it later in the show.
Former 4th-round pick Perrion Winfrey was kicked off the team after allegedly assaulting a woman in downtown Cleveland with a gun. This action conclusively proves that Andrew Berry and the Browns have an absolute zero-tolerance policy on negative conduct off the field, provided you're one of the players on the roster that isn't good at football.
Saquon Barkley came out today and warned that he could show his worth by not showing up for training camp that starts next week. What are you talking about, Saquon? By not being present, it will in no way demonstrate your unique abilities as a running back. So I'm not sure I understand your point. Now, what you should be saying is after you saw how much they were offering you, you realize you can make more money by joining Network 216.
Get that homage swag.
All right. We got Roger's top 10.
Oh, we got since we started promoing tonight's show, we got a lot of new follows, and our DMs started filling up too with maybe some of the people that they follow along with Yvette there. So these are the top 10 DMs Dog Chug got from some of Yvette's follows that now follow us. Number 10, my mom and I love the show and the guests. Number 9.
Nice of them.
Number 9, can you send me some of your workout pics? That's standard. That's standard creep.
That happens all the time. We want to know what Roger's up to.
Number 8, do you have any pics of Sherry's feet to share? We got a couple of those actually. Number 7, you should have my babies. We already got 7, 8 of them between us. We don't need.
We're good fathers. That's
what are they thinking? Number 6, can you send me screenshots of what creepy guys ask you in DMs? That was research. I swear to God, it was just research. I was at. Number 5, dick pics. A lot of dick pics.
Hey, Roger, fun fact, I think that was our number 5 in top 10 for 3 straight weeks.
I think we got a theme going. Number 4, send me pics of you and your girls having a pillow fight. I think, was that Dan? That might have been extra. Number 3, I have a fantasy league you can join. That was Dan. Number 2, can you stop being so hot? I don't think Dog Chug can stop being so damn hot. And the number 1 DM Dog Chug got from Yvette's followers, meet me at the Cheesecake Factory, bitch.
Oh, wow.
That was from you, Roger. That's the message you sent me.
I don't know. I think a lot of those were actually meant to go to us, not Yvette. Like the pillow fight, they just wanted to see the Dog Chug pillow fight. They didn't need any women in there. What are you talking about?
And
yeah, exactly.
You're very attractive. I mean, look at Roger. All right. Thank you. That was a Dog Chug update. Yvette, again, thank you for coming back on. I wanted to ask, I saw on Twitter that you're retooling Bougie Sports. So
yes.
Tell us what's going on.
Okay. As you can tell, I put a lot of thought and effort into my background.
Looks great.
But I think it looks better already. Like,
definitely helps the lighting.
Yeah, and I don't even, I was going to have a lot of things I was going to put back here, but I kind of think I might just put things like Christmas, like holidays, you know what I mean? Change the set as we go along. But I just want to put a little bit more effort into, my graphics and things like that, and just take a break. But I'm coming back.
Nice. You got any big plans? I know you're always thinking.
Oh yeah, I think I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame game.
Nice.
That's coming up. I have a Fantasy Football Expo. Nerd alert! In Canton. Have you guys ever heard of it before?
No.
It's actually an expo, like 3 days in the Hall of Fame. So that's going to be fun. Guess who's going to be there? Des Bryant.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. So I'm going to try to get a lot of content there, and got some good guests coming up. I don't know.
So it's going to be 3 days of just people talking about fantasy football?
Yeah.
I mean,
no, there's going to be a lot of parties too.
Okay. Because
there's going to be karaoke on Saturday. So trust me, everybody will see it on my Twitter page.
I heard a rumor that the 3 days of listening to people talk about fantasy football is as interesting as the first episode of the Dog Chug. That's true.
No way. Well, that's okay.
I know you love fantasy.
I do. Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. There's going to be a lot of, I don't know, a lot of cool things. There's a flag football contest, fun things.
when you like go up to someone you haven't seen in a while and you say like, "Hey, how's it going?" and then they instantly start going into like what happened on their fantasy football 2 weeks ago, why they lost, is that like nails on the chalkboard like it is for me, or do you like appreciate the banter?
Are you wearing the old dog? Dark dog, I mean.
Yes.
Are you guys a fan of Dark Dog?
I mean, yeah, I think it's
Sorry, like I just seen his face, and every time I see his face, he annoys me.
I like the cartoon one a little better, between the
Yes!
top two, but
I'll take it off.
I'm glad that a fan created one got
Not
picked.
Browns. I need to like warm up on him. But
All right.
to go back to your question, sorry, Dark Dog. That's so rude. I feel bad. I'm not like trying to.
We like you unfiltered.
Dark Dog.
Not giving your opinion, being unfiltered.
I hate when people ask me, who do you think I should start this week, or who should I draft? Because I don't want to make that decision, because if you made that decision for me and you were wrong, I know how I feel about you, and I feel like when it comes to fantasy football, you always have to go with your gut, and I don't want to make that decision for you.
When that happens,
I like to talk about it. I think it's awesome when somebody comes up to me and they're like, "Hey, let me show you my fantasy team," and I'm like, "Hey, let me see it." Then they whip it out. It's hot.
you just posed the scenario of people asking what they should do, fantasy advice. Whenever anyone asks me fantasy advice, I look at their roster and as passionately as I can, I pick the worst player that makes no sense. And I give like I heard a tip and he's gonna go crazy. So that way, when I'm completely wrong, they never ask me for advice again. It's like the perfect solution for that problem.
Well,
I'll never ask you for advice.
I tell him my Braylon Edwards story, and then nobody asked me for any fantasy draft advice, nothing. So,
right? Did you draft him with your first pick or something?
No, I picked him up when he got dropped by the Browns, and he went to Jets, and he dropped a touchdown in the end zone at the end of the game. I would have won. It was at the end of the season too. I think I would have won the division, been in the playoffs, something. It screwed something up for me, but right in his butter hands, and it was gone. So.
Nice.
That was the last time I played.
What are your tailgate plans this upcoming Browns
Oh my
season?
God, I'll definitely be at the home opener when we beat the Bengals. Are you guys going to be there? I'm coming in to tailgate.
Definitely will be there.
100%.
And he's buying a bus.
Well, you were there last year, first game.
I'm hoping
Remember?
I will. I don't know.
And he's buying a Chugmobile.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking I'm going to head over to Pittsburgh for the second one. No, I've never been there. I've never been to Steelers-Pittsburgh game, Steelers-Browns game in Pittsburgh. So.
Are you going to go with another Browns fan, or would you go with a bunch of Browns fans?
Hopefully. I'm not scared, though. Why should I be scared?
Yeah, I went once, and it was way more extreme than I cared for. Like, it was scary. So
yeah. But
maybe that's just because I'm a douche and guys like calling me the FAG word. I don't know. We told our review of the white helmets. I heard you mentioned you were very passionate about them. Your review of the white helmets.
Oh my God. I thought they looked fire. So sweet. I was all about it. So much better than the Bengals zebra hats. 100%. I wear white today. I've been wearing a lot of white. So I think it looks sweet. What do you guys?
It definitely looks good.
I mean, we've seen some uniforms like come out and you're like, ugh. So I like it.
It goes so well with the throwback uniforms. It's pretty
Andy,
awesome.
I just updated the doc. I'm adding one extra spit sip chug just for that opinion. Like so we'll be visiting that.
I think they look good
on.
with the brown pants, the white jerseys, and the white helmet, or white pants, brown jerseys, white helmet. I think they'd look good in any combination, but maybe with orange.
I think Ross just said, "Hey, hold your comments till Spit Chug," and Roger, you weren't paying attention. You just gave your opinion. That's why I love you. You're my guy.
You'd be great in a presidential debate.
I'll have a whole different answer by the time we get to Spit Sip Chug, Andy.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm excited to announce that we also have another blast from the past that's going to join us on today's Dog Chug. We're going to bring back in the one, the only Mrs. Kevin Stefanski. Welcome back to the Dog Chug, Lena.
Okay. Ross,
She's almost there.
are you going to tell?
Maybe she's in the dark with Kevin right now.
Oh, my tip that I got.
No. Well,
There
yeah,
she
you got
is.
to tell me
There
that.
she-
Oh,
But
so I mean this might have a follow-up thing next episode, but I found out my uncle-in-law, so my wife's uncle, has Kevin Stefanski's phone number.
Can we call him on the next episode of the Dog Chug?
I don't know. I have a feeling it has something to do with trying to get his sons to go to a certain school.
Mm.
I think we need to exploit this.
But I'm not going to explain any other details, but that's my source. I'm going to stick with it. It's some degree of separation from the man himself.
Wow.
I
don't know that-
He's getting his phone number changed.
I don't know that, Lena, you really need much help getting access to Kevin Stefanski. You really put it out there, so I think
Right.
he owes you
It's
a
just a
conversation.
matter of time before he shows up at my door.
All right. Well, we're going to bring on Larry, which happens to be Sherry, back to the Dog Chug. We're going to play a little game. We all were on the game show. I think most of us were on the game show. So
Yep.
we want to do. We're going to play a little quick game here. I'm going to ask Sherry. I'm going to ask them a question, and then you're going to judge who had the better answer.
Oh, gosh.
Can you tell I'm already annoyed? Carry on.
What are you annoyed about?
Being alive?
What's going on with you? You seem
What?
you seem
Why?
a little what's going on?
Nothing at all.
So you're doing a Larry persona? Why
No, okay, I have rage. Do you want to hear about the rage?
Yes. Pause the game.
Okay. If anybody interrupts me, I'm going to lose my spot and forget what I'm saying. So I need you all to please mute Roger. Okay. So, my
Hey,
friend.
Sherry.
Yes. Don't do it.
Good help me.
Okay.
I won't this time.
Be good. Be good, young lady. Okay. So Perry on Winfrey and myself. I met him. I'm a people person. I feel like I can read people fairly well. And there's some allegations going around that I don't believe one bit. I'm not believing these hoes that are trying to get my boy Perry on Winfrey in trouble.
Jeez.
I'm just saying.
This is Perry on Winfrey over here.
Show me the evidence. I am a scientist. I need hard facts, not hearsay.
Did you watch the clip? It was a little disturbing.
I did not see the clip yet, obviously. I
Okay.
haven't been alive yet. I mean, this is, what time is it? This is 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. You're a vampire. Get it. All right. Well, when you watch the clip, we'll see what you think about it next week. But I'm sorry, Larry's. Maybe there's a scenario where he comes back. He cleans
Okay.
his image, and who knows?
Okay.
We're gonna be hopeful.
Okay.
But anyway, are you ready for the game?
Yes.
Okay. So Rogers did a whole thing about all the creepy DMs we've gotten by being associated. So Lena, we're gonna start with you. Let us know like the creepiest DM you've ever received in your, from someone on Twitter.
Gosh.
I have a
So hard
question.
to pick one.
Yeah, well, you could pick any, and then she's just gonna judge your answer. So make it.
Okay, so this isn't. It came across creepy to me because of the kind of the way that it was sent. It was this person lives out of state and said, "I'm gonna come into town and take you to a Browns game, and I want to spend the weekend with you, and will you go with me if I come into town?" And I was just like, and I politely said no, but then he wrote back, you're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Like then it got to be like really aggressive. Like really, yeah. Like
did he have like a salt and pepper beard action going on?
no.
See
now
see right there's
that's if he grew that.
You're not even getting in the door.
We're down. Change your name to Kevin.
Be Mike Pettin, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Become the head coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
That is a great story. Yvette, can you top that?
Yeah. Can I just pick out a random one?
I should have done that too.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I can top that. Totally. But I don't think that's the creepiest story. I think if you go into the, where the message where you're not even friends with, those are the really bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gotten bad DMs from girls though?
I did get okay, here's one.
Yeah.
I got a DM from a girl that asked me to hit on her boyfriend because she wanted to know if he would cheat on her.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that's kind of good, you guys.
And I said,
That's
if you're
pretty good.
asking me to do that, then you probably already know the answer.
That's a good answer.
And
Great
I would
answer.
not do that because I'm not, first of all, I never put myself in somebody else's relationship. I think that's crazy and it's kind of creepy.
Sandra.
Damn it,
Sandra
Rob.
got a
Did you
new-
guys see that?
Time to give her answer. All right. So is that your creepiest DM that you want to go with, or do you have something else for us?
Yeah, I could have something else for you. But I don't know how creepy, like, what aspect of creepy that we want. I mean, I've had people like offer me, to be their sugar. Do you want me to be your sugar daddy? I get that, like, they're all creepy to me, most of them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sherry, you got
Yes.
who had the better answer there, in your opinion? The person will get 1 point.
Okay. Let me speak from experience. I'm not trying to cut anybody off. Please don't cut me off. My brain has holes in it. Okay, tomorrow they get a picture taken. I can prove it. Anyway, Lana,
Yeah.
I'm going to side with you because there's a lot of male assumption going on that is extremely, extremely terrifying to us women. I might have got that very same DM from that same person. We might have to compare notes.
That's right.
And
You know who I'm talking about. I told you.
I do. And I'm a lady. I'm not going to out the source.
Mhm.
I don't think he's old enough to grow a beard yet.
Oh, really?
That's just.
All right.
He wants
All right.
a cougar. That's his
All right.
thing.
We're going to move on to question number 2. Now we're going to describe like the worst first date you've ever been on. And Lena, we're going to start with you.
Oh my gosh, the
Do
word.
you want a minute to think about it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yvette.
I just wish somebody would take me on a date.
No.
I can't even think of a worst first date because I'm sure somebody probably has that story about me out there.
Well, you should contact one of these guys that wants to be your sugar daddy. Go on a date with them, and then you'll have a great story for us.
Oh,
So you've
God.
never been on a bad date? I find that hard to believe.
Oh, I know I have. I think.
Well, I was talking to you about that.
Oh, yeah, Yvette, you gotta have one. I'm like, I know I've had one.
I was in a long-term relationship for a long time, so I haven't been dating now. So,
Okay. All right.
I mean, yeah.
I will-
Come back in a couple months, and I'm gonna have some really good stories.
All right. I'm going to hold you to that. All right. Seems like you're going to very easily be able to beat that, Lana. So let's hear it.
I was younger, and I can vaguely remember it, but I remember going out. We were with another couple. I just met this guy, a friend of this guy that my friend was dating, and everything we drove by, he had like those people that have like a story for everything. Like drove by. oh, I beat up this kid over here. And it was always like he was this big bad, got into a fight with this guy over here. He beat this guy.
So Roger.
Yeah. No.
Oh, that's West 31st Street on the corner of blah blah blah. That's where I used to sell lollipops on the side, and I got a black eye.
I mean, just it's too much.
I'm not sure. No more stories with none of you. Forget it.
We love your stories, Roger. When Roger came over to do the draft, my buddies that met him said, yeah, he really loves the dog jug, and it didn't matter what I talked about, he would always loop it back to this episode of the dog jug.
But I can honestly say no one picked their nose and ate it on any of my first dates.
You were willing to tolerate that, though.
Just from one person.
What if Stefanski did it?
She said she would do.
Oh.
She would tolerate that. Yeah, you gotta go back to the old show. All right. Now, for this one to be a little different, I'm gonna ask you each a different question. Oh, Sherry, who wins that one?
Okay. My ruling is always based on experience. So I'm going with Lana because nobody cares what you did, where you were at that point in time. And I'm happy there was no booger eating involved as well. So that being said, sorry, Yvette, that goes to Lana.
If there's any single guys out there, I'm just gonna give a little advice. Talk less, ask more questions if you're on a date with someone. I think that's gold right there.
Yeah.
Roger, describe the worst first date that someone was on with you.
You for them or am I for them?
Yeah, they went out with you, and then they went to all their girlfriends. They're like, "Holy crap! Wait till you hear about this guy."
It's pretty much every date I went on, probably. I told you about the first date I went on, and her and her friend were coming to get me with her friend's boyfriend, and it was a Browns Steelers game. I told you that, right?
I don't remember it, but I might have been drunk.
Well, they pull up, and she comes walking up the front walk. She had a Palomalu jersey on. I still went to the game. You know, it was a Monday night Browns Steelers game. But then I started dating her friend.
All right.
After that,
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
so I'm sure she has some things to say about. I don't know.
We'll get her on next week. Okay, Yvette, I'm going to ask you a question. Obviously, Lena has a big obsession with the coach of the Cleveland Browns. It's pretty well documented. Is there anyone out there, celebrity, coach, player, anyone, your neighbor that you have an obsession with?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm a lot. I'm a stage 5 cleaner. That's why I don't have any dates. So we're talking real people.
Anyone?
No, he's watching. And then
You could go with like Vin Diesel or something if you want. Whoever you want.
oh my god. Okay.
I don't know why I said Vin Diesel.
Ooh, look, I'm trying to think really hard because there's so many of like people that I love.
Okay.
Gosh.
This question's worth 3 points, by the way, so you could come out and get the lead. This is the last question. So
Yeah, Sherry's not going to like who I like, so it doesn't matter.
if you give sound judgment, Judge Sherry will award you.
She's not biased.
Yeah.
I really think Ryan Gosling's hot. I know he's in the Barbie movie now too, but I didn't want to say him, but I find him very, very attractive.
Oh, he's very hot. I think about him all the time. I'm actually going to go see the Barbie movie, and not for Margot Robbie. I just want to see him.
I just want to see Ken.
She's mid. Do you think she's mid?
Yeah. I mean, she wanted to come on the dog jug tonight, and I said, nope, we already have two.
Mid.
Way more women. Sorry.
Andy was a big Ken fan growing up.
That's right. All right. That's a good answer. I think you're in the game here. So, Lena, you're going to have to step it up.
Uh-oh.
First of all, it's a two-part question. So if a great guy came around, given your obsession with Kevin, would you give him the time of day, or would you say, nope, my heart's already taken?
Okay, so wait, here's my question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure this scenario here.
Yeah.
I meet this person.
Like someone that you come into contact with happens to be like just a fantastic guy who's interested.
Right. But so here's the question. So I'm dating this guy and he's really great, right? But then Kevin comes along and he's single and free.
This is why it's the two-part question. First of all, would you even accept a date with him, or would you just be like, sorry, my heart's already...
Yes.
Okay. Wow, you're cheating on Kevin.
But
okay, now the question
Unbelievable.
let's say this turns into a committed relationship. Would you insist on continuing to have a hall pass with Kevin if he comes around?
oh yeah.
So you would not promise him to be fully monogamous with him.
No.
If the right situation. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
no, if Kevin becomes free
All
and
bets
he's
are off.
like, hey, I'm free. We can be together. I'd be like, bye.
What if you have children with this person, and then Kevin becomes free?
Well, he has children too. It's the Brady Bunch.
There you go.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Judge Jerry, you got a tough one here. Who
Okay.
gets the 3 points, and who's going to win this game?
Again, I'm speaking only from what I know. No bias. No bias here. Okay, Ryan Gosling is a handsome man, but monogamy is an old-ass Victorian way of thinking. I'm going to go screw monogamy, and Lana wins.
Okay. Wow.
Aw, come on. You can't do that to our guest. You know the rules.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, Lana's not a guest?
Well,
How many guests?
you're both guests,
We're both guests.
Okay.
but that's the featured guest because
Gotcha. I need Cliff Notes beforehand. I don't know who we are.
All right. Well, that was awesome. Thank you for playing that game. Now we're going to play Bit Sip Chug.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's go. Everyone knows how to play this game, but there are a lot of probably new followers watching. So I'm going to make a statement. If you strongly agree, you're going to chug your drink and explain why. If you strongly disagree, you're going to spit and explain why. And Sherry, what is Roger going to do?
He's not going to sip on it.
Oh, he's not. If you're somewhere in the middle, you're going to pull a Roger. So we're going to start with Roger. Roger, you are allowed to sip this week. We're going to make it easy for you.
Okay.
That was a great story. You entertained me. Here we go. Browns overreacted by cutting Winfrey and allowed a talented player on a cheap contract to get away for nothing.
I'm spitting. There's probably like 1,000 defensive tackles that didn't get drafted. 5,000 of them. There's guys in the Arena League that Jessica goes to that would give anything to play in the NFL. It's a privilege to play in the NFL. You make that kind of money for a reason. It is part of your job to be a grown-up and be mature and be a professional. And I think they waited. He was in trouble last year, and he was thrown out of court just a month or so ago. No, they should have got rid of him. Get rid of any troublemaker. They don't need it.
All right.
They don't need it.
Yvette, where are you at on this one?
I agree with Roger. I think it's a bad look for the team. I actually did watch the video, and I think you need to be smarter when you're in that type of position, and everybody's replaceable.
Yeah. All right, so you're spitting.
Sure.
Give all the creepy DM guys the image of you.
I'm not spinning, actually, but.
Can you at least fake it?
I did, yeah. I think, no. Yeah.
All right. She's not going to do it.
She got that new background and set. She can't ruin it.
Don't
That's
mess
what
that
it
up.
is.
You should save the spit for
It
the
spit
first
tobacco like a man.
episode of
You know what? Maybe that's fun. Think
Uh,
about it.
Oh,
Barbie.
Joe Dirt.
No. You mean you can ride saddle on the horse like with 2 legs? Yes. And then say something like a man and drink like a man and chew tobacco like a man and spit like a man. Titanic.
That's right.
All right.
And Rose and Jack are talking, and he tells her to spit, and she's like, spit? Never mind.
All right. Well, Lysandra
Sorry.
got that one. She knew that was Titanic. Good job.
Yes, thank you.
It's been a minute since I've seen that movie. Lena, where are you going on this one?
There's my spitting.
You just had 3 creeps enter your DM right there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree too. I was so excited for him. I was telling Sherry that earlier. I was so excited for him. And there was so much potential at first. He was excited to be a part of the team and be in Cleveland. And then he just went off the rails. I mean, what was that in Texas? He had an issue. And then multiple things up here. I haven't watched this whole video yet, but I do know she is a girl in question, though.
She definitely seemed to be.
She's had a history of being, I don't know. So.
Sure. She definitely seemed like she was trying to get a reaction out of him, and she succeeded. Mm-hmm. But I think who said it best? You got to be smarter than that. Yvette, you said it. All right. So good for her for getting that reaction. And now he's off the team. Now, Sherry, you've put your name as Larry. So where are you at on this one? I think I know, but let's get it official.
Okay. Until enough substantial evidence could be, acquired, I wouldn't have been so quick to kick him to the curb. However, if he was up to mischief, then, like all of you said, kick him from the team. Okay, fine. But like I said, I feel like I'm a fairly good judge of character, even meeting somebody for as little as 10 minutes. And the experience I went through with him personally, I think he's a good person. And until proven otherwise, I'm going to sip because I'm torn, man. I am so torn.
All right. Mm-hmm. Ross.
Oh, man, I guess I have to spit on it. I know we joked on the Dog Chug update that if he was good, we wouldn't have cut him. And that's 1,000,000% true. Because that would exactly what happened. We'd go to court, we'd play it out. It'd be week 10 before he goes to court and he gets the ruling. So he'd play at least 10 games. I'm going to spit because if he was good, they wouldn't have cut him. Mm-hmm. So we didn't lose talent like the statement's suggesting. That's unfortunately just how sports work. It's not just an NFL problem, but he's had multiple run-ins and he's obviously not worth the risk. If they saw something in training camp where like, holy crap, this guy is just like killing it, they would wait it out, let him go to trial, drag it out, get a few games out of him in the regular season at the very best. But they obviously saw that it wasn't worth the risk. So you're never going to hear about how a player's doing poorly in training camp. Those reports don't come out.
All right. For me, since the day that guy got drafted, he had that awesome video, and then it's just been missing meetings, not really focusing on practice. There's just been a considerable issue, and I agree with Sherry. I think he is a very nice guy, but he's just not very. He's struggling for whatever reason to be an NFL player, and I think the Browns did right by him. In the last issue, they pretty much said, "Hey, don't F up again," and to me, if that was me, I would move out of the nines. I would get out of there. I wouldn't have a gun. He clearly wasn't like realizing this is the last chance. He messed up again yesterday, and they needed to kick him off the team. If he was good, they probably wouldn't have, but he has not proven to be good, so he needed to really keep himself clean. He did not. So bye, Felicia.
Does he have too much dog in him?
I have a question. Possible? I have a question for the audience. I mean, the group in front of me. And I'm not trying to be condescending.
No.
Because if I am, I'll tell you. Anyway, is he over 26?
I would say no.
Okay, then. Your brain doesn't fully develop until you're over 26. So that being said, he's just a giant man baby. He doesn't know how to follow the rules to keep his job.
Send your letter to the commissioner.
Oh, you best believe I will.
But Sherry, you got to admit, there's players that figure out how to become an NFL player very quickly, and then there's guys that really struggle.
Right. I think he just needed training wheels a little longer. That's all.
But I'm sure someone was giving him advice, and he clearly wasn't following it.
You really think somebody was giving him advice?
Well, I mean, he has an agent that wants him to continue having an NFL career. I'm sure the Browns were telling him, hey,
Is his agent over 26 years old?
I don't have that information. All
right. I can't judge until I get the facts, my friend.
I'm glad you're defending him. I like that we have a balanced answer here. I feel bad for him. I hope maybe, like I said, maybe he'll come back in some way.
I think the Browns and their media, I think the Browns provide enough off-season activities and just enough stuff for players to get involved in, if they're doing the right thing with charities and with whatever the food bank, whatever the Browns are into, they're always doing something. And I'm sure they always want the players to be at. So there's always something that, I'm with you, Andy. I'm with you guys on that.
All right. Lysandra points out that Watson's brain is fully developed, so hopefully that means no more trouble and player this year. Thank you for that. All right, we're moving on to statement number 2, and that we're going to start with you. The Cavs winning a Summer League championship is a good sign they have some talent in the back end of the roster that they can develop.
I'm going to sit. That means I don't agree or agree.
You're in between.
You're in the middle.
Yeah, because I really don't, like you guys said, like, who gives a F about it? We're not allowed to do that for it anymore.
No.
We appreciate it.
We do have a number of young fans that watch the Dog Chug at 10 p.m., so we're trying to clean up dirty language.
Yeah, sure.
I use the F word a lot. Should I not be using it?
We're trying to minimize it on the Dog Chug. It's one of our efforts. It's really hard, though, but we're doing our best. All right. Lena.
Okay.
Oh, that looks like
That's a sip.
Oh, that's a big sip.
It's just because it's a big cup. And so,
I'm a big fan of yours.
What?
You know how when you see Kevin Stefanski, that's what I feel when I see a girl sipping and it's more like a chug. So I appreciate you.
Yeah. So sip. Yeah, I agree. I don't think I'm not putting much stock in it at all. At all.
Yeah. So you're not putting any stock in it, but you're sipping.
Yeah, because it's a maybe.
I got it. Okay. So you're putting a little bit of stock into it. Is what I'm
Let's put a tiny stock.
All right. Fair enough.
Kevin Stefanski is really impressed with Sam Merrill. Merrill had 27 points. I heard Stefanski talking about it. What do you think now?
I'm still saying little stock.
And Lysandra wants to do a little test to see if this, which we can't read it, but we'll see what happens when that. Most of the children that
YouTube algorithm.
They're too young to read, so they can't read that. So it's fine to curse in the comments.
There you go.
All right. So Larry, where are you at on this one?
Okay, let me start my statement out with Fuddruckers.
Okay.
It's summer camp. It's baseball summer camp, so big whoop.
All right.
I'm glad they all.
It's okay if you pass on this.
Are you?
I'm not passing.
A basketball person.
I'm not a basketball person, but my opinion on what happened is that my reaction is big whoop. It's summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
So you're spitting?
If I could remember which one was what. Like I said, I need cue cards. Yeah, I'm spitting.
Okay. Big whoop means spit.
Okay.
And you just had 5 guys enter your DMs. Good job.
Oh,
Woo!
Russ.
You know what? I'm gonna chug on this.
Ooh. I can't wait to hear this.
So the reason it's a big deal is like the Cavs obviously don't have a ton of first-round picks. They traded all of them away for Donovan Mitchell. But the fact that we're like dominating with our second-round picks or late first-round picks is a really good sign. Like Isaiah Mobley played really good in every game. Obviously, he's going to be a lot shorter in the NBA, but in Summer League, he showed that he actually can be in the NBA or be a part of an NBA team. The bigger thing is Imani Bates coming through. I don't know if people remember, but 2 years ago, he was the number 6 overall recruit in the country. And he fell to us in the second round of the draft. So that's a huge deal. Like, if this guy just had to figure something out, it's a huge steal. Like, Imani Bates could legitimately be like a tall, dominant scoring guard. Like, you don't become a top 10 recruit for no reason. Like, yeah, sometimes it's potential, but maybe wrong place, wrong time. But it just seems like maybe he's one of those weird players that was like, I'm not going to try until I get money, and that happens. Some people do play for money, and that's okay. They don't play for the passion. Maybe he's one of those guys. I don't know, but he could be a steal. And Isaiah Mobley actually being not just, oh, we drafted him to make Evan Mobley happy and stay here, is a really awesome sign.
All right. I love it. Ross, I think I agree with everything you just said, but I still don't care that they won the championship. So I don't give a frick.
Oh, I don't care we won it, but I think there's positives there.
Yeah, there's definitely positives, but the carrying on that, like, oh, this means so much. I mean, they were playing against other guys that have never played in the NBA or have very minimal experience. I don't care. So I'm spitting. I'm excited, but I don't care. Roger?
I'm chugging.
Whoa.
No.
Roger making
He just wants to get drunk.
Everything Ross said. You know what? I'm excited. I'm glad they won it. Isaiah Mobley had 28 points. He had 11 rebounds. He had 3 assists. Like I said, Stefanski's guy, Merrill, had 27 points. Monty Bates had 19 points and 5 rebounds. The Cavaliers, they went 6-0 in that tournament, and they won the first Summer League championship. Their new young team, they look solid, stomped all over the Rockets easily, winning the Summer League championship 99-78. Great court movement by Bates. He can move the ball. He slashes to the hole. He gets to the rim, and he finishes. Makes quick cuts. Isaiah Mobley, Summer League MVP.
Wait, what article are you? Hey, hold on. What article are you reading?
Wait, what?
Cite your sources.
That
Roger.
was busted. That was my source, Lysandra. That was all her. She gave me all that information.
I just want to point out to both of you, my co-hosts, that the Browns went 4-0 in the preseason in 2017 and then lost every game. That didn't matter.
Don't remind
No, this does matter. It's in the preseason. There's like 50 people that might not make the roster. In the NBA, the rosters are tiny, and there's guys playing in Summer League that will be on your roster. It's different.
That's right. This Cavs team has some young, amazing, and up-and-coming stars to look out for, she says.
Okay. We trust her.
Andy, I'm with you. I'm worried.
No, I'm excited. I mean, whatever. I'd rather they win than not win, but it just doesn't really move the needle for me. But whatever. Well, hopefully you guys are right. And Bates does look impressive. Hopefully he keeps his nose clean and he could be a huge – because like Ross pointed out, we don't really have the ability to get very many players. So we really need to develop second-round picks and depth. And we saw a sign that might be true. I'm not buying it, but I'm excited. All right, we're going to move on to statement number 3. I think the trade deadline for MLB is like 2 weeks away. The Guardians should be buyers. And Lena, we're going to start with you.
Okay. I keep putting this down. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Of course they should be.
Your stick looks exactly like your chug, by the way. There's no difference between the two.
Really?
Yeah.
It felt different in my throat. Oh, that's gonna get some messages.
11
That's gonna get
guys.
some messages.
Yeah. Including me. I just entered your DMs. Sorry about that. All right. So why are you saying this?
Gosh, I just I've stepped away from them a little bit more this year. Just it's so You know, like today, I saw so many people actually online were like, I'm not even going to watch today. Just a heart attack after these last couple of games. I mean, I don't know. I think that we do. I think we need bullpen help.
Yeah.
We need to be buying.
I want to drink.
You just want to drink?
All right. Yvette's going next. She's drinking.
What was the question?
Should the Guardians be buyers at the trade deadline?
I really don't want it. Like, I don't really know much about the Guardians.
Well,
Drink. In that case, just drink.
I don't know.
That's what we do.
I don't know much about the Browns.
I know what I know, and I don't like to fake it. And I'm not a huge. I like the Guardians. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I cheer for them, but I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. So I'll drink.
All right, she's drinking.
I do it all the time, even on a podcast for an hour.
Yeah, we're gonna end with you, Roger, because you actually know the right answer on this one. But
Andy, you skipped me.
No, we didn't skip you.
You skipped me.
We're going to you now.
Okay, I might have something. I know only of one good pitcher. Otani is. Can we afford him? Can we afford him?
If we
For
sold
half season? I don't think so.
No.
You'd have to give him a contract, a huge contract extension. Like probably.
No, we can trade for him for a half season. That's not the huge part.
Yeah.
So
So
the talent in the minor leagues to make a very compelling offer, but would you do that?
I say let's fish in the local pond and go to the farm team.
All right.
So
You're spitting.
again. All right, hold on.
Make it hot.
I just came back from the gym.
Oh,
Wow.
that was a good one.
Thank
Jeez.
you. Chippy's clean now.
All right, Ross.
All right, I'm gonna spit on this. I mean, what are we trading for to win potentially one series in the playoffs? It's just not worth it. Like, it's going to be a crapshoot if we even get to the World Series or win the whole damn thing. So it's not worth giving up our assets to get a couple pieces just to win a few postseason games. I think it gets a little overblown. It's fair to say, unless you're going to win it all, make the moves. That's kind of the way modern sports organizations think. And this is not the time to go all in.
All right.
You make those moves when you're all in. You're like, over 10 games over 500, and we have that roster that can win it all. This is not the one, unfortunately. Cheer for the team, yeah, obviously, but we're not gonna win it all through trades. We're gonna win it all through dumb luck.
I love that answer. However, I agree with you completely. Now's not the time to go all in because I think this team is trending upwards the longer the talent continues to develop. But I would say that we have an abundance of minor league talent and only 40 spots. So I would say if you could trade some of that to get some pieces that aren't, a guy only here for half a year, but could be here for 3 years or something, that's where I think you can make some moves. Bullpen help would be nice. Guys that can actually hit home runs, although they have been doing better.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather them, they're right there. They can beat the Twins.
Wait, so here's the thing. If you give up more players to get one player, does that make you a seller or a buyer?
Well, that's a good question. I think if you're a seller, if you're bringing in more minor league talent, you're a buyer if you're bringing in more major league.
Okay,
players.
fair.
So I think they should make some very focused moves on not disrupting the long-term vision of the team, but maybe propping up the short-term vision a little bit. I would be all on board with that. Roger, though, you are the one that knows the Guardians better than any of us. So
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you and Ross. There's no reason. I guess I'm spitting on it because why would you're not one player away. And I'm not going to go into some big long. It's just ridiculous to think that they'd even do it. Andy, I think you're exactly right. They're going to, if there's somebody out there that's controllable that they can get in a trade and move some pieces around, that's exactly what they're going to do. Because with Rule 5 draft coming, there's going to be a logjam. They got to do something before the end of the league year.
The Rule 5.
And if they find something that he can do now at the trade deadline, they're going to go ahead and do it. But it's not going to be, no big names are coming here. And no big names are leaving. They're talking about Savali. Oh, Trey Savali's got this much control left. Even at his, it's not like he's going to command any big money, Savali. You know what I mean? If they're not worried about Savali getting an offer or a contract or arbitration so much as, you know what I mean? Right now, he's a solid piece. They're not going to get rid of Savali. If anything, they're get another starting pitcher to put in a rotation if Bieber isn't healthy and McKenzie. So,
all right. Well, who, by the way, Sherry just said she's slowly learning baseball. But who is Sherry? I don't know who that person is.
right.
I know.
All right. Well, it's a mystery. All right. We're going to move on to statement number 4. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk lately about how running backs are being massively undervalued. Not getting contracts, not getting they're playing on their tags or whatever. So the statement is front offices are making a major mistake by undervaluing running backs to this degree. And Larry, we're gonna start with you.
I'm not going to go off on a long-winded explanation of why I really like Nick Chubb so much. So I'm agreeing with you. So that means I have to Chug, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick Chubb is
that's
good.
All right, Ross.
I don't have the time to do the study, but I'm going to actually spit. I think elite running backs are worth signing, but if you look at like the average, let's look historically, the elite, how many running backs last more than 5 years, even back in the day? There's not that many of them. It's all the Hall of Famers that last a long ass time. And that does matter. Getting an elite one, yes, it matters, but undervaluing more than 50% of the running backs is the right thing to do.
Okay. You said the elite running backs should be valued. The guy that led the league last year in rushes, guy from the Las Vegas Raiders, he is not going to get an extension.
I'd say in general, they should be undervalued, yes, but that's the right thing to do.
I think my point on this
because running backs are always so good during their rookie contracts. It's the right thing to do.
Right.
Just draft another one and replace them real quick.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. I think it was so comical when the Giants took Saquon at what was it, 4th overall, something like that. I mean, to take a running back that high, a position that just it's not going to be a building block for very long, and now they're in this nightmare situation with him, where he's probably going to hold out of camp. It just shows maybe you don't draft a guy very like. Second round is a good place to target a running back or later. I do think we're getting a little nuts though, undervaluing the running back position. And it's, even though we continue to move in a quarterback passing league, at some point these teams are not going to have any running game. And then, the defense.
I'm going to interject with, I don't know if this is like a mini rant, an NFL proposal. They got to figure something out to get really, really good rookies paid. It's absolute crap because you're playing the sport where you're the most likely to get injured or like career-ending injury. And the best year of there's players that play 15 years and their best year was in the first 3 years of their career. Mm-hmm. They have to find a way to get these guys money.
Yeah.
Trust me. Dalvin Cook would have got a $10 million bonus if it was within the CBA or whatever they agree with. Like, they have to find ways to pay these really good young players. Like, it's really not fair. Like, oh, I drafted right, so I get to pay this guy less. No. An elite, historically great quarterback fell to you in the top 5. That's not a reason that you're a smart organization and that this player doesn't deserve money because you drafted him. I don't know. I think the NFL's got to fix the rules. Certain positions are screwed over, like running backs, because they're so much better in their first 5 years. And the only reason they get undervalued is because they don't get contract renewals or extensions.
Yeah. I would agree. I think that it would be an interesting approach to say positions when they get drafted get paid a little bit uniquely based on their situations.
Performance incentives or something. I don't know.
Yeah, running backs, they need
for just football. People get hurt all the time.
For sure. So, I would agree. Anyway, ultimately, I do think that we're maybe undervaluing running backs enough that I think I'm going to. I think they're making a mistake. I mean, then again, I don't want to give these guys huge contracts, but I don't know that they're asking for huge contracts. Like, I don't think anyone's gotten as big of a contract since Nick Chubb, and at the time, that was seen as a team-friendly deal. So anyway, I don't know. I'm
Still
shocked.
significantly bigger than a rookie contract.
And by the way, Nick Chubb's worth it. He's the one guy that I'm comfortable paying. I'm really excited about him this season. Roger.
Every penny.
I sitting here. I think I'm chugging on it, but it took so damn long to get to me. I forgot why I was chugging on it. And I think
You need a refresh, Alex.
I think that they're going to start to realize with quarterbacks how much a good running back means to a quarterback, and when these quarterbacks start getting hurt because they don't have a good running game, I think that the value, and also I think what it's going to take is another running back to carry a team in a Super Bowl, and I think we got a running back that can do that. A running back that's going to carry a team in the fourth quarter and get you to the Super Bowl. And then carrying a Super Bowl, if you go all the way back to Lynch for Seattle. Nobody was undervaluing running backs when he was playing and scoring touchdowns. I think that's what it might take in the NFL for them to realize. And I agree. I think that it's a wrong move. I think, the Dallas Cowboys without Emmitt Smith. You think about these great teams, Roger Craig, San Francisco, and Montana without Roger Craig. Great quarterbacks need great running backs.
Well, Roger, was a different league back then. All these examples you're giving, it was not a quarterback-driven league as much as it is today. But I appreciate your perspective. Yvette, you're a huge fantasy football fan, and drafting the right running back is a huge component of having success. So where do you land on this one?
I mean, you guys pretty much said everything that I would want to hit on. But I mean, I guess from a fantasy football perspective, you could look at it as every year you draft everybody. Like for this year, everybody wants CMC, and in 5 years he's going to go undrafted. That's how valuable. I mean, they're always coming around, and I don't know. It's kind of hard. I could see where they deserve the money that they should have, but I mean, the NFL, all they care about is money. And I think it's going to be a long time before they get that fixed.
I think if you start giving quarterbacks the yardage that a running back gets on the handoff, like he gets in fantasy football for the throw, and the receiver gets the yardage plus the quarterback, I think fantasy people will start valuing running backs a little bit more.
All right. We're going to move on to our final Spit Sip Chug question. Ross, why don't you read this one, and you get to start.
Yeah, so the Browns introducing the white helmet to pair with their throwbacks was the right move by the organization. I guess, Andy, we'll start with you.
All right. Well, yeah, I definitely. First of all, we knew the white helmets were coming a year ago because who's the vice president or whatever, the guy that's related to the Haslams,
Marketing or something?
W. Johnson. He went on the Browns. What's that called? What's the official podcast of the Browns with what's his face?
Browns Daily.
Yeah.
Browns Daily. Yeah.
Browns Daily.
He basically went on there and wink, wink. Yeah, we're gonna do that next year. Whatever. But definitely the right move. It's such a good combination. It's such a clean look. I'm excited. Yeah, that's what they should have done. I wish it had been more of a surprise. So long ago, we were on Monday Night Football, I think against the Rams, and the Browns just came out in the orange pants or orange jerseys with the brown.
No, the white face masks.
Well,
the orange pants was the day before. You're right.
They no one knew that was coming. When they came out, and I was in the stadium. I was such oh my God, it looks so amazing. That was awesome. That was kind of where I felt like I was losing my virginity. I wish we could have just had them done it. How cool would it have been against Pittsburgh in 58 days? They could just surprise us with it. But whatever, it was the right move, so I'm chugging. Roger.
I'm chugging on the white helmet. I'm old enough. I almost remember it. And I already gave my answer about all the color combinations earlier, so I'll pass.
All right. Yvette, we heard your explanation, but I'm sure you have something interesting to add.
I like the helmet. I think it's a nice, clean look.
Nice. So you're
It's
chugging.
hard to keep clean. Looks good, but it's hard. It's really not practical, but it looks good.
All right.
Now I'll drink on that.
Nice. Lena.
All right, this is a chug.
That's
Okay.
what?
That was my chug. No, I agree. Very clean, very nice. I'm so excited for the whiteout. I'm just so excited for it. The whole look is amazing. So I like the nod backwards, and the whole look is great.
All right. Larry.
Okay, I'm awake again. So anytime I see that much white fabric in any specific location, it makes me nervous.
What?
Where I grew up, anybody wearing all white
Oh,
was kind of dangerous in a way to say, you know, kind of like beat around the bush in the South, you know, growing up in the South. So, however, I'm evolved. So I think it's pretty rad. And I'm not going to let the white cloth bring me down.
All
So I'm
right.
chugging on that.
Hey, they put stripes on it, okay?
yeah.
Wow. Wait.
Full
right.
color.
Ross, let's hear it.
All right, I know you're all waiting for my response because, you know, I'm the sock boss after all.
There
Yes.
you go.
I know a little bit about fashion. So initially, I thought, you know what, this should only be a blank white helmet like the original 1950s throwbacks with autogram and everything. But after seeing it and the fact that they're pairing it with that shadow drop lettering on the throwbacks, I love it. It just pairs so well with it. Just keep it with that. Don't alternate it in there with the white and the brown default jerseys, which you're not allowed to do, by the way. You can only pair that helmet with the color rush and the throwback. It's a fun NFL rule. Little nitpick there, but no, I really like it. It pairs really, really well with that instead of just doing a blank white helmet. So I'm excited. It just looks great, and I'm glad we're doing it for 3 games this year instead of like some of the other lame franchises in the NFL are like, oh, we're doing this awesome throwback, or we're doing this awesome alternative helmet. We're gonna wear it 1 game. No, the Browns go all in on it, and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And is it better than the Bengals white helmet?
Oh,
No, I love the Bengals all white. It's awesome.
Okay.
Except the Bengals are weird, and their white color rush jersey is paired with their white helmet, but their white away jersey is different. It's white. They have a white color rush and a white default. It's really funky because
Wow.
the NFL has dumb rules. But anyways,
Chicago
I think
Falls.
the Bengals win that one for the
Chicago Falls went to that helmet. They
I'm-
switched last year to the Bengals white helmet.
No, it's only their alternative helmet.
All right.
They can only wear it 3 games a year.
Well, that was another great edition of Spit Sip Chug, and now we're going to move on to the feature part of tonight's show. I'm very excited about this. Lena, you were on a while back. I don't know, was it a month, 2, something like that?
a month
And
ago, I think. Mm-hmm.
we posed a scenario. Now, Yvette and Sherry, you guys are going to battle. And by the way, whoever wins this is going to be in line to get a helmet shirt from the Dog Show. So this is big stakes on it. Now, all the kids that have been watching, you need to sign off right now because this is going to get a little rated R.
Oh Lord.
So here's the scenario that you were.
It's about time. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
I was like,
Sorry.
what happened to dog chug? This is more like the dog slug.
Yeah, we went
Bring
droned
back
down a little bit
Esther.
with the jug, but we're really gonna fire it up right
You
now.
guys had it was good.
So here's the scenario. Kevin Stefanski's wife, unfortunately passes away at an early age tomorrow of pancreatic cancer. And then 2 weeks later, he calls Lena or he reaches out to her and he DMs her and says, "Hey, it's actually Kevin Stefanski, and I've noticed you're a big fan of mine, so I really want to go on a first date and see if there's chemistry. If you're into it, we can continue dating. If you're not, then that's fine. But I want to see." So they go on a first date, and what's going to happen is I'm going to tell a scenario. Here's what happens, and then you're both going to basically review. You're going to make a decision. After what went wrong on that date, will Lena go on a second date with Kevin Stefanski, or will she say, you know what? I met him. I'm not that interested. He doesn't live up to my dreams. Does that make sense? Okay. So what I want you both to do, how should we do this?
You tell us.
Why don't you? Can you write down your answer, yes or no? She'll go on a date or no? Do you have access to a pad of paper and a?
I do.
Or just type it on your phone if you don't.
No, you can't see what's on my phone, Ross.
Uh-oh.
No, you don't have to send anything. Just type it, and we know you're being honest.
I know what you meant. I'm giving you a hard time.
All right. So Yvette's going. We're going to give her a practice question because she hasn't played this before. She doesn't quite know the level of obsession. So we're going to give her a practice round.
He's here.
He's here.
I had him on I was just.
Just yes or no, right?
It's going to be yes or no. You can put question 1 yes or no, and then you just hold it up. It'll be perfect.
You know what this is? This is all my fantasy football notes that I take, all categorized by each team, which AFC North, and I hear things and I carry it around with me. How dorky is that? I could spare 2 pages.
That's amazing.
That's dedication right there.
It is.
She knows her stuff. Okay, so Yvette, we're going to give you a practice round.
Okay.
I guess we're going to give both of you. Ross, can you keep score of the points? So we have 10
I have a way, yeah.
We're going to do a practice one. So Lena and Kevin Stefanski go on their first date. In the entire date, everything he sees, he has a annoying story about. Like, oh, see that over there? Blah, 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 blah. He has this awful story about everything, and he never lets her talk. Would she go on a second date with him, or would she be like, oh, my God, he's so annoying?
It's Kevin Stefanski, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
this one says yes.
Okay. What in the future? Just write your answer down, and then we'll ask the answer to give her answer, and then we'll see who matched. But she said yes. Lena, would you tolerate that? You were annoyed. You had a bad first date with someone that did that, but if it was Kevin, would you tolerate it?
Yes.
All right. So I should tell you, I think when we did this last time, she was 8 out of 10 for yeses, and there was some dark stuff going on.
There was one maybe.
Andy, you skipped me.
Well, yeah, you could go ahead and show your answer. I mean, this was practice.
No. Forget it.
You said yes, I would imagine?
I'm not telling you what I said. Pay attention. Pay attention to your own show.
Larry's very disagreeable. The point was, it was practice for Yvette. She has done it. You're a seasoned vet. So anyway, I want to point out it's gonna get way darker because we tested you. We thought we tested you, and you were just like, "Yep, I'm going on second date with everything." So now we got to see where's the line. So
okay.
I apologize if these are a little intense, but we gotta find out where the line is. So I'm just gonna get started. Question number 1. He starts off the date by telling you that I have a rule. I'm never going to break this rule. It's going to be this way for the rest of our life together if we continue dating. I don't want to waste your time. I need to make sure you're okay with one major element of being in a relationship with me. I have one little quirk that my departed wife, who left the earth 2 weeks ago, she was okay with, and I'm looking for a new woman that is suitably okay with this quirk of mine. Okay, so the sight of a woman's vagina makes Kevin throw up, and he never wants to see that part of you in the entire relationship that you have. And anytime you're intimate, it's going to 100% of the time be backdoor with no exceptions ever.
No,
So-
I'm not. I can't not talk. That's a no.
Okay.
It's not about me. It's about Kevin.
All right. We'll just, you guys can shout out your answers.
How it's so
Is
hard
it
to
my
Can
turn?
I ask a question
Yeah.
now?
Yes. Let's hear
Oh,
your
oh,
question.
I have a question.
Sure.
But can I say, can it be just 100% about him then?
What does that mean?
Like,
I can hear myself.
You
Like-
can't change the scenario. My dear
you know,
love, I'm
like,
sorry.
can I say,
You
okay,
can't change the scenario.
that's cool, but can I just be all about you instead of me?
Well, I guess the question
That's
is,
crazy. Why would you do that?
would
I
you
don't
be
care.
willing? Would you be willing to never have like regular intercourse? But it always is going to be, that way.
You guys answer. Put your answers down. I'm
That's
thinking.
good. Yes.
I didn't answer yet.
Okay,
I was
Sherry.
just trying to give you some clarification.
Sherry, where are you going?
We can't be doing too much clarification. That's cheating.
Yeah.
You just gotta put an answer down.
So I'm going to need Andy to stay on task.
All right. She said yes too. Okay, so you both said yes.
I
Right.
thought Yvette said no.
Oh,
I
that's
said,
it.
hell
good
no.
no.
He's
Oh,
not going down on me, then that's a no.
No, he's never doing that.
I don't know what Lena likes.
All right, well, Lena, let's find out what you like.
You know what? I'm gonna go with yes, and knowing that I can always leave.
Okay. Wow.
Right?
All right. So you're saying, okay, we're going to tailor this. Would you be willing? Okay, he asks you to marry him after this first date. Would you accept to be with him forever? Or you're going to go to hell because you got divorced? Or are you willing to put up with this for the rest of your life? We're going to put that little caveat on this.
Okay. Are you girls writing down, or are we on the same question?
We're on the same question. So would that change your answer?
Oh, if he proposes to me, I'm saying yes. We'll figure all that stuff out later. He's going to a gastro doctor as soon as I can find the best in the country.
All right.
We will fly anywhere.
Okay, so I think Sherry got a point there. Yvette, you got to really realize Lena's crazy. She's... All right, but I think there's some things. If she says yes to, she has to go to jail, like immediately. So we're going to find out. Okay, so Lena, during your romantic dinner with Kevin Stefanski on your first dates, you're telling him, a story, and you realize all of a sudden that he doesn't seem like he's paying attention. His hands are under the table, and then all of a sudden you notice his eyes roll back in his skull, and you feel liquid against your leg, and quickly deduce it's not urine.
Oh. Okay.
He just does that to you without any prompting. He just feels like that's okay to do. Yvette, do you want to give we'll make sure I give your answer first.
You ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can just shout out okay, yes.
Oh, gosh. You just saying he blew a load right on you without telling you?
Yeah.
No, this is so weird.
All right, Lena,
It's not that hot, Lena.
would that creep you out, or would you be like into it?
It would definitely creep me out a little bit. But again, you know me, I'm gonna go again. And I'm gonna say, let's not do that again.
Are you in therapy right now?
No.
Maybe we should. If there's any therapists that are watching the Dog Chug tonight, please reach out to her. She needs help. Okay, here we go. Question number 3. By the way, the scores. Ross,
I think her video her video stream isn't working.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna get this corrected right away. That I think the way to play this game is say yes to everything, but I am shocked. Sherry does know Lena a lot more than you do, so it's a little unfair. Did you bother writing a no card, Sherry?
No.
Because you don't need it. All right. Well, I promise there's got to be a couple things on here that's going to trip her up for. Again, she has to go to jail immediately.
I really don't think I disagree. See?
She is dedicated, yes.
She's thinking, she's like, oh, that means he likes me. If that happened at the dinner table.
Kevin, if you're out there and you just want someone that is 100% devoted to you and there's going to be no nagging, you pretty much do whatever you want. She might be a better option. All right, she is back on.
For everyone I told to watch tonight, I had no idea.
This thing croaked on me, so I just went to my phone.
All right.
Sorry.
We're going to move on to statement number 3.
Okay.
Okay. I think I got you on this one. But we'll find out. During dinner, he confesses that he's a Holocaust denier and that Hitler was actually a great ruler that the world colluded to portray as a villain so they could justify going to war with the Nazis, who would have made the world a better place if they had succeeded. Yvette, we'll start with you.
Well, that's an absolute no to me.
Sherry.
I have to remind you, I'm the token dog chug Jew, but
Oh my
yes, he's going to go out with them.
It's going to be 1-2.
Oh,
Dana, give us your answer here.
I don't know about that one, though. That's a bad one, Andy.
Yeah, it's horrible. As are all of them, but
I don't know if I could do that.
okay. Thank God. So you're saying no.
Because I love my friend Sherry, and I don't like that.
I appreciate that.
Let's make it official.
No.
You love Sherry, but you just screwed her over because Yvette got on the board. It's 2-1. All right. Similarly, he confesses during dinner that he was the first man that broke into the Capitol building during January 6th, and his goal was to take down that bitch Nancy. And while thankfully he was never caught or prosecuted, he will devote all of his energy to being a true patriot and focus on taking out the rot of the government.
Okay.
Sherry.
I don't think she gives a rat's tushy about politics. So,
Right. Yvette?
No.
That standard answer. I love it.
All right, Lena.
Oh yeah, I would go.
You were going on a second date with. Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm.
She's mega.
Yeah,
Love
we're gonna. No, we're just not gonna. We're not gonna talk politics or religion.
Got it. I want to work for you in HR. Under you in HR. That sounds awesome.
I'm the best HR director.
All right, here we go. We got another one that's intense. I apologize, but we got to find where the line is. So far, we found one thing. It's the line. He confesses that every time for the remainder of your relationship, which will be forever, the two of you are intimate, there will be a dominatrix present who will put a tarp down, who will humiliate his manhood, his performance, and she'll relieve herself on Lena and then have Kevin lick it off, which is the only way he can maintain an erection. I think we're on Sherry. Okay, Sherry says yes. No problem. She'll get right past that. Yvette.
I mean, no.
No.
Okay. Lena.
And on that one, I am going to say no because you know what? I am not sharing.
Ooh.
I'm not sharing. Mm-mm.
Okay. It's
Nope.
2-3. Anyone's game. All right. Now, you guys just got a hint on this one, but maybe she could power through this. He confesses during dinner that every time you two are intimate, his cousin Keith will join you in a 3-way, and Keith is the only one allowed to kiss him on the mouth.
Oh, a dude?
Yeah. What's his cousin? Like his first cousin.
That's even worse.
Okay, this
Hey,
sounds
don't give anything away.
Okay, sorry. That's great.
Yvette, I think this was an easy one.
No. Yeah. No.
No? Okay. Sherry, you've said yes to everyone. Where are you going on this one?
It's the hot cousin. It's his hottest cousin, Keith, right? That's his
Yeah.
hottest cousin. Hell yeah.
He also has a
There's no more details. We don't need to go
No
there.
details.
We're good.
So the cousin is kissing him?
He's the only one that can kiss Kevin. You're not allowed to kiss him on the mouth.
Oh, no.
Okay. So it's a
3-3.
tie ball game. Wow. All right. We
Steeler fans.
got four
I
more
don't
of these.
care.
Okay.
Well,
Here we go. During dinner, Kevin brags about how the Browns have the most female employees of any football team, which sounds great, but then he adds he spends the majority of his days taking advantage of them, sexually demeaning them in front of male employees and making them get the men coffee, forcing them to dress more sexually. And the best possible days as coach of the Browns is not when he defeats Pittsburgh Steelers, but when he observes a female employee crying in the stairwell, which he shows you a bunch of such clips on his cell phone and admits he watches them at night when he, pleasures himself.
he won't need to do that, Andy.
This better be the last question.
For the love of God.
If you have more lists, I'm concerned.
We have
Me
three more.
too.
You have
All right.
3 more? How you have 3 more?
I don't know. We had 10 of these crazy questions. We got to find where the line is. Sherry, is that disturbing to her, or is she like, no, that's no big deal? Yes.
Why? Let me just explain real quick, super quick. Sorry, my phone's going off. Everybody, has their thing. So he gets off. Is it appropriate? No. But
Okay. All right, Yvette.
I hope it's a no.
Yeah, I hope it's a no too. Helena,
Yeah, from
you work
from
in
the
HR.
side of me. I can't. I can try to coach him the other way.
Yeah,
And
but-
see if he changes. But if he wouldn't, no.
He's not changing. All right, so you're saying no on that one, which means Yvette's ahead. Wow. All right. 3 more. Sorry about this. During dinner, there is an unruly 4-year-old at the next table over.
Mhm.
And Kevin takes it upon himself to smack that child and screams at her to sit down and then screams at the parents for not disciplining their kids. He then confesses to you that the reason the country is so out of control is parents stop using their belts to train their kids to behave, and adds he sent one of his sons to the hospital twice before he became disciplined. Terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible. I think we're on Yvette now. Yvette, you're probably saying no to this, I believe, because that's disgusting.
Well, they're all probably going to be a no for me. Yeah, I don't think.
I love that about you. Sherry,
I have a 4-year-old child, so.
yes. Oh my God. Sherry.
let me just clarify. Because in my head I was doing the exact same thing as the scenario. So yes, I'd be smacking the shit out of that 4-year-old.
Ooh. Curse word.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, curse word.
You're gonna hit the child?
No, no.
Oh. Sorry.
But
Okay.
in my brain is a cartoon.
Got
And
it.
did you say that he admitted to like really abusing his own child?
Like he sent him to the hospital twice before he fell in line and got this.
Mm-mm. No. And like Yvette as a mom, no.
All right. It's 5-3 now. It's getting real. Yvette, you're looking
Getting
good to be in control to get that comment shirt. During dinner, you smell something foul, and Kevin confesses, I need to get one thing out of the way. I crap my pants at least 4 times a week. I don't believe in diapers or changing my drawers. I only shower once a week. Are you okay with that, or do you want to tell me to get lost? Gary.
Wow. You know what one of my favorite subjects is in the whole. You're hitting on 2 of my favorite subjects, Andy.
Don't bring it up.
adult diapers, and diarrhea. So, survey says.
All right, you're saying she'll tolerate, oh my God, him having literal poop in his pants the majority of the time she's with him. Yvette,
Yeah.
where are you on this one? I would assume no.
It's just disgusting. No.
You wouldn't
Everything's
tolerate.
no.
All right. Lena, would that be too much for you?
Well, we're gonna go to the gastro doctor, so I'm gonna say
You're saying what?
I'm saying yes, but if the doctor doesn't work, then we're gonna have to go. Then he's gonna have to go. So we're
So you're
gonna start
willing-
out with a yes. See if we
You're
can
willing
fix
to
it.
work with him on this. Okay.
We're gonna work on this. We're not gonna be able to.
What about the fact that he only showers once a week? Wouldn't that be a turnoff?
No, I mean, yeah, but
Here's
I'm gonna-
here's what I'll say. Since we got it's gonna be 5-4 here. If there's a tiebreaker because of your answer, I think this one would go to Yvette. Because of the fact that you have an option to bail out, that's kind of cheating.
Yeah, we gotta start with Sherry.
That's the tiebreaker. I think
Mm.
we're gonna give there's gonna be a half point there that Yvette gains if this next one ends up in a tie.
All right. Here we go. Well, final answer, a final question. Hopefully.
Oh gosh.
All right. So during dinner, Kevin confesses that the reason he has such great skin and looks so young is because he's an ardent pee drinker, which the world denies, but is actually one of the healthiest lifestyles to heal your body. And then he pulls out a jar of yellow liquid and chugs it like he's on the dog jug. Sherry?
Well, I'm a scientist, and he might be right, he might be wrong. There are different nutrients that are passed out and don't get filtered through your liver, so I'm going with
Yes. Okay. Yvette, end this nonsense.
I mean, if you're going to do all the other shit, then if you're not going to drink piss, then Jesus Christ. Yes. That'd be the least hardest thing to do.
Okay. Lena.
Veteran move.
I say yes. I'm not going. I don't have to drink it.
Oh, yeah, but you would be kissing him after he chugged a whole gallon
We'll
of
brush
piss.
his teeth. I'll give him some mouthwash. We'll be fine.
All right. Well, I think the final score ends up being
6-5.
6-5 Yvette. So you win, which puts you in the running for a Topman shirt. Well done. I apologize to everyone, but most of all the audience. But at least we found out that she does have some
I have some lines,
lines.
and
Kevin?
some of those pretty close to no, but
Kevin, you're going to have to work hard if you go out with Lena. There's some things that you could do that would turn her right off.
just a few.
All right. Well, you play games on your Bougie Sports event, and we play stupid, insane games. I apologize that you had to suffer through that, but I want you to know that I had fun.
This was fun.
I'm happy to hear you say that. Happy to hear you lie. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, does anyone have any final thoughts?
I think Yvette needs another game show.
Yeah, you do.
That was so good, Yvette. You have to do that again.
Yeah.
When will be the next game show for Bougie?
I was thinking about maybe sometime next month, I think.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Ross, I hope you're on that panel. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm available that next time.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess that closes another episode of the Dog Chug. Roger, we haven't heard you talking about 27 minutes. What are you thinking?
I didn't know we were still on. I've been reading. So, hey, I'm glad that I was here for the end of the show.
Good job. Yvette, thank you so much for coming back on to the Dog Chug. We love having you on. Hopefully next time it won't be quite so crass because you're a lovely woman and you don't deserve that. Sherry/Larry, I'm sorry that Perrion Winfrey is off the team. I'm rooting for him though. And you know what? If he goes to another team that's not in the AFC North, I'll cheer for him. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Elena, I hope a good psychiatrist reaches out. I'm all for having an obsession over someone, but I think you need to look at, is this a healthy obsession?
Yes, good question.
Might be moving into the, little intense. But hey, you do you, and
That's
we
right.
love having you on.
That's right.
I'm gonna kind of hang around in the back, and then I'll get the rebound for Mrs. Stefanski when she rebounds. And I've been looking into her kind of. She's gonna have some alimony. I think it's gonna be a sweet deal.
True.
Ross, if you get that phone number for Kevin, I think we should tell him all the things that beautiful Cleveland woman was willing to do to tolerate.
I don't want to lose my sources now.
Well, it might be a fun clip to put on the Dog Chug, but I understand you don't want to burn your, what was it, your uncle?
My uncle-in-law.
Uncle-in-law. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Great ending.
Anyway, thank you everyone for the Dog Chug. Drink them if you got them. Go Browns. Training camp is like a couple days away, so let's go.
Yeah. Hi guys, thank you. Thanks guys for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.